Hello guys, it's been a while. Get it? Been a while. Thank you to the subscriber who told me that. And today I'm going to be doing an r/entitled parents because that comment just made my day, and let's get straight into the video. This one's titled, "My homophobic entitled mother learns the truth about me in the best way ever." So, I just found this Reddit and I was reading some of the stories and I was like, hey, I've got one. Well, here it is. My mom was and still is a crazy homophobic protester, like the one that's at a pride festival with an offensive sign. She even told gay couples that they couldn't be like that because they might scar me. Anyways, this was the summer after I graduated high school and was moving on to college. I had a boyfriend. We're still together and I always told my mum he was just a close friend. Then my mum told me we were going to a protest at a pride festival. I had had enough, so I began to think of a master plan. First, I put on a rainbow coloured clothes, then put on some black paint and a hoodie, and made a protester sign with 2 layers so I could peel off the first. When we arrived at the festival, I took out my sign and stood with the other protesters. Once my mum came over, I ran over to the parade, took off my hoodie and pants, revealing the rainbow outfit. Man, I will never forget the look on her face. Then I peeled off the first layer of the sign, which made it say, "Hi Mom." That was the best day of my life. My mom just walked away, got into her car and drove away. Even though I had to wait half an hour for my friend to come pick me up, I still remember that day as the greatest day of my life. And I just find this ridiculous. How are you going to embarrass your mother in front of everybody in a gay protest kind of thing? I understand that, yeah, she's a gay protester and she hates gay people, but to embarrass her in front of everybody like that, Jesus, you're a brutal savage. It's funny though. Oh, it's hilarious to do that, but damn, I would hate you if that was me. This one's titled, "Entitled mother asked me to get up at the hospital so her kid can sit down. First of all, I apologize if my English isn't very good, as I am from Paraguay, a very small country right in the middle of South America. I'm a girl, tall but not too intimidating, really 17 as of right now." So, a little backstory. My whole life I've been very weak to heat, like passing out kind of weak. Every summer I'd pass out very often, but at a weak state it still happens and it's a really hard time. Just now we find out I'm sitting in a hospital as I'm writing this, waiting to get some tests done. I might have to get heart surgery. This was a shock and heartbreaking, as I do international competitive figure skating, not ice skating. Yeah, it includes skating under the sun, but it's what I'm passionate about to the point where it comes before school, so that sucks, but hey, we'll see what happens. This story is one of my several visits to the doctor where I had to stay overnight. I was with my mother as she was signing all the needed papers so I could finally go home. I was 16, very tired and very weak. My mum found me a little couch to sit down while she did everything, barely enough for 2 people to fit. She left all her stuff with me so she didn't have to carry them. She has shoulder problems. That's when the entitled mother comes in. You know how it is, EM is the entitled mother, Mum and me are self-explanatory, and EK is entitled kid. She had been walking in front of my seat with her kid. Her daughter was probably 8 years old and was a very sweet kid, dancing and hopping around and doing little singing, you know, like a little princess. So whatever brought her to the hospital wasn't a problem, right? Still, EM had been glaring at my seat and me, walking in front of me a few times. All the other seats were taken. So I naturally grabbed my mother's stuff and put them on my lap so I can make at least a little room for EM's daughter to sit in. I tell my mum, of course, she's kinda superstitious about putting her purse on the floor. It's a thing that has been passed down in her family. Apparently it makes you lose money, but still, possibly sick kid. So another thing you have to know about me is I have severe anxiety. I hate confrontation. I've been on med and doing better, but it doesn't make confrontation any more pleasant. Me, Mum, I'm moving your stuff so the little girl can sit. Mum, okay. Apparently that wasn't nice. EM just looks at me. It might not be perfect word by word, but here's what she said. Maybe I'm making this more dramatic, but I was sick and tried, so maybe I took it worse than it was. EM, she can't sit down if you're there. I was little weirded out by this. It's not like I was some 40-year-old man who had been creepily eyeing her daughter, but I did have a rock band shirt, so maybe EM thought I was the devil or something, but I didn't say anything else. I still kept my mum's stuff on my lap. EM, can't you just get up? You've been sitting for a long time. Me, I just stayed the night here on heavy meds. I'm not feeling very well. EM, but kid's name I suppose is sick. We've been here for an hour. I did my best not to mention that A, her kid was dancing, B, I had been there the whole night with no sleep. Me, I made room for your kid, she can sit down. EM, yeah, but not with you, I don't know you. Me, I'm sorry then, I don't know how to help you. EM, visibly mad, gets up, that's what you can do. Me, I have orders from the doctor to be resting, I'm sorry. When my mom was done, she came to ask what was going on. EM was too embarrassed to say. She tried to force me to get up. And hey, with whatever dignity EM had, she went to find another seat, which she luckily found without having to bother anyone else. I know this isn't a story with yelling or EM getting kicked out and everyone clapping and her kid being a brat, and EM was probably tired. Maybe her kid was really sick. I never dared ask what she had because doctors can't talk about other patients, and she was just trying to do the best for her kid. Maybe she had been standing up for that whole hour and I feel like an arsehole for not getting up at all for her since she was very young, but then again I did give her kid somewhere to sit. I just hope she wasn't just using her kid to sit down herself. I don't think it's that special of a story, but it still pisses me off and I thought I'd share it here. I saw this subreddit on YouTube videos and thought this would be the perfect place to let this out. Finally, I made an account specifically to post here, but I've been stalking some of the other subreddits for about a month. I didn't have any stories with entitled parents since then, and hopefully I don't. You know what, I kinda like this story. It somewhat touches me because I struggle with anxiety and socializing with people, especially when it comes to interactions with not soldiers, I mean strangers, especially if I'm the one who has to approach them or I need to start a conversation with them. So the fact that she somewhat tried her best just to move her mother's things just so that kid can sit down, I kind of have to respect that. She even let her mum's stuff or her purse hit the ground, and even if they thought it was bad superstitions. So you know what, cheers to this lady, because I know how that feels to struggle talking to someone, especially when it comes to confrontations. I kind of freeze up. Unless I go all mad, then I kind of like, anxiety comes and then you just go lashing. Guys, this is going to be the last one for the episode, so I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight into it. This is titled Entitled Racist Parent. I used to work in a supermarket on the guest service desk, so I wasn't far from the door where this all took place. The security guard sees a known shoplifting child, about 13 to 14, heading to leave the store. Now, this child had been told he is not to enter the store without his parents due to all the shoplifting. The security guard, SG, just doing his job, stops the kid and asks where his mum is, and she did not like this. The encounter went as follows. SG, hey, you're not supposed to be here alone, kid. Entitled mum, EM, leaves checkout to approach SG. He's not doing anything, leave my kid alone. I was just paying for our shopping. SG, you know he's not supposed to be in here alone, he steals. EM, don't lie about my child, I'm sick of your lying about him. SG, please stop shouting, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave. EM, I am a customer, you can't make me leave, you winner. SG calmly removes his tie, jacket, badge and security company shirt before scurrying up to the mum. Call me that again. I'm not working for anyone right now. Me, calls manager before stepping between the two. SG name, please leave this right now. The manager is on her way. She isn't worth it. Security guard leaves and manager arrives. Manager, what seems to be the problem? EM, that winner accused my son of stealing. I am a paying customer here. I won't stand for this. Manager, okay, well, I need to ask you and your son to leave. We have your details on file from this previous theft and we will be reporting you to the police for hate crime. EM grabs the kid's arm and drags him out of the store without her groceries, which I had to put all those back, so thanks. This could have also been stories from retail, but this woman is one of the reasons I can't stand entitled parents and no longer work in retail. No matter how terribly you perceive someone to be acting, there is no call for using that word. And I just don't get the need. Like I say, everyone's equal, and let's be real. He's working, that lady's probably working, so we're all pretty much slaves to a system anyways. We're all working just to get money, while there's rich people in the world who don't have to work anymore, or they work because they want to, not because they have to. So, I don't know. I'd rather see it as the poor, the working class, the higher class, the rich. That's just how I'd rather see it, because they're the layers that really matter in the world. I know I'm going on to a rant, but like, yeah, why are you gonna offend people or like start fights with people that you have more in common with than people who have the same color but are richer? Because you don't see rich people like struggling the same as poor people. So like, yeah, you're gonna have more in common with this black person who's struggling to like, I'm not struggling, but he's working same as you, trying to feed or provide his family, or you know, whatever, pay bills. So like, yeah, don't target people who are similar to you in the, like, in the class area. Go for someone higher. Like they say, power to the people, not the company. Yes, I am a hippie. Anyways guys, that's the end of the video, so hope you like my rant. Peace out. I never dared ask what she had because doctors can't talk without a permit.